the new Parkway Theater, where good food, diverse entertainment, and community create a place for everyone. For showtimes and special events, check out www.thenewparkway.com. You are listening to High Score 510, where real talk is our vernacular.
What if at the bottom of that pint was a blank check? I'm fascinated about reparations, y'all, clearly. But I think that'd be dope. Eat the whole pint of ice cream at the bottom was just a blank check. Use the time for yourself.
Be some Willy Wonka stuff, man. Just put lottery tickets at the bottom of it.
Or something, man. It'd be dope. Or like a gift card to Walmart. Get out of jail free card. Give us something.
Or 2 Benson cigarettes at the bottom of it.
No more cigarettes, man.
That way, after you eat the ice cream, you warm up your throat by smoking, and then you talk and you sound like Esther Rowan.
No, that's Cicely Tyson.
Both of them are dead.
Yeah, but Cicely Tyson lived to be 117.
And the reason you know that is because you're 82 and a half.
The reason I know that I dated Cicely Tyson in 1980. She was 60.
Come on. Get the fuck out of here.
He dated her while Miles Davis is still sleeping on the bed. High on heroin.
All right, well, y'all ready to start the show?
I've been ready. I've been ready since I was on at 7 o'clock, Jared. I logged on at 7 o'clock.
I don't know about that. 7:01, and I looked
dude,
over here.
No, go check that shit. Go check that shit, dude.
All right, well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. You are listening to the High Score 510 podcast. You can catch us at High Score 510 on the Instagram, the YouTube, and the Twitter at Horcrux Hipster. You can also check out our Patreon, where you can get all our exclusive content, conversations that are a little too hot for the regular show, but also some bonus conversations about other topics. Tap in at patreon.com/highscore510.
Basically, if you want to have evidence on how to blackmail us to get canceled or fired from our jobs, subscribe to our Patreon.
You can probably find it on some of our regular shows, but it's much harder. It's much harder to find.
We made it easy for you.
We made it easy. Yeah, we simplified the process. We're like our own broker in our own demise. And we are here with
this is AG3 coming at you faster than August Alsina heading over Jada Pinkett's house after watching Jason's lyric and set it off. He hopped in that car so fast.
You brought the nunchucks.
The hell was that?
You brought the nunchucks.
I can't, as many times as he plays the soundbite, Aaron, I'm surprised you don't know that one.
Is that same chick that he was sat there in the dorm and listened to over and over again on YouTube?
No, that was
They can make you slap somebody.
I don't know what that's from.
This one though is
You brought the nunchucks.
It was not Alexis K. Tyler. That is Blank Man, one of the greatest superhero movies ever. Don't at me on that.
No, I'm gonna add you. It's not Meteor Man. Yes.
No, Meteor Man was solid, but Blank Man was better.
No. Meteor Man had Bill Cosby in there.
Come on.
James Earl Jones. They had a cast, man.
Yeah, a major cast.
Yeah, but Blank Man didn't need to have the gimmicks. They just had a storyline. He was the realest Batman there was. He was Batman without being Batman, which made him not a fuckboy. And so he was actually like honorable.
He was essentially Maya Moore. He saved the world to save his girlfriend. Basically, like, I'm doing this for the city, but really he was doing it for his girlfriend.
Exactly.
And we are here with
Hello, everyone. It's everybody's favorite truck driver, Captain P.Funk, coming at you faster than this LLC coming up.
My name's Jimmy Rebel. This first number's a song I wrote. It's very near and dear to me, and it's about niggers.
A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3. Step back, silverback, hold on, blackie. Steal some gas for your Cadillac. Head downtown with them coons and clowns. Just stay away from me.
Love Jimmy Rebel. I got all his work.
And we are here with.
What's up? This is Brandon, aka Taco Pablo. Yeah, let's get this show on the road, man. I'm trying to go home. Apparently, like these Miami Heat right now.
There was about 50 others of you that needed some kind of deliverance. but you were afraid that you were going to be labeled. Now, since we don't know what's going on, I dare you to run down here and say, do it for me, Jesus. Hurry up!
And
I was trying to think of the phrase Jarrett uses, right? To make us think we're going to end the show, but we really don't. Kind of like in church where the pastor's just up there talking. He's like, all right, I'm going to let y'all out. And then that really just means we're going to be there for another hour and 15 minutes. Jarrett will text us like the show's going to be quick.
Mm-hmm.
Jarrett acts like he has something else to do after this.
Hey, speaking of church, did you guys get my picture of the nurses at the Baptist church?
We did.
You saw that?
We did. Did not say if they're registered or not, though.
I did not say they were registered. I just said they had a church, they had a nurse board at the church and all that. You know, usually one or two will be registered, though. That'll be like their normal job also.
I just assumed they were the people with Band-Aids, ice, and an electric fan rather than the fans of the
they had the old school ad on the back. They had the old school funeral home ad fans. Usually the old lady would keep a wooden spoon in her pocket in case someone starts having a seizure, because they got the old Southern Methodist. That's the Southern Baptist Church. That's what they do. They got the old methods.
Well, you also have to have a Coca-Cola in that purse just in case somebody needs some sugar.
They do. They always a warm ass Coke
and a fucking candy bar.
And they always offer in some butterscotch, some hard butterscotches, and they always offer it to the person that cursed in church. And then his sugar just low. We'll take care of him.
And we are here with.
Wow, what an intro. I don't know if I got diabetes from that intro alone. What's up, y'all? This is Darius, aka Smoking Out with Jarrett's Baby Yoda bad girl. Trying to smoke out with Baby Yoda so Jarrett don't give it neck. Because that's pedophilia, folks.
This guy Logan owes me $50,000. If I don't get it soon, I'm talking!
All right. Now, who's Logan, and what do you know about him?
Well, all I can tell you, sir, is that he's gay.
Gay!
That was from a stand-up. What was that from?
No, that was from Blue Street. My favorite. That was my favorite.
Oh, that was
Blue
Street.
Time.
Yeah.
Hey, can I just say one more thing, Jarrett? Anybody who is playing that racist, whatever soundbite, what was that you played for Pedro?
My name's Jimmy Rebel.
Jimmy Rebel.
Like, you have to be deeply racist to be able to discover a nigga like Jimmy Rebel. Like, it's not even on my radar to be that racist. So, congratulations, Jarrett.
You don't know what that's from?
No, nigga.
That was from fucking Boondocks, bro.
Jimmy Rebel?
Yes, he does a duet with Uncle Ruckus.
I bet he does. I don't know about that white.
That's the part that Jarrett loved the most about the show was Jimmy Rebel.
Was that the Lost season?
Oh no, that was
season 2.
That was like season 2. That was season 2.
And my name is Jarrett, aka DJartt, with 2 T's for a double dose of that tinkety tink tink. The D is silent, so it's just Jartt.
So you say you saw a what?
It was a wolf, goddammit, big black stinking ass wolf. The motherfucker jumped off the boat and ran over there. And when it got there, son of a bitch turned into a man. Did the flip-flop shit on me. Just like a hoe I knew in Detroit back in 62, 63. I go over a house on Saturday night. Bitch love me, man. Take a chicken and some pretzels. I come to the door. She's a man. Flip-flopping this shit.
Brandon is just looking at the clock. That nigga's watching the time go. He's like, all right, listen. If y'all don't start the show, I'm out.
Brandon's staring at me like,
you gonna eat your cornbread?
If you had some cornbread, I'd eat it right now.
in news, Walmart will be celebrating Juneteenth, and they are coming out with a Juneteenth flavored ice cream. Great Value brand. It is a swirled red velvet and cheesecake flavored ice cream. Are you all excited to celebrate Juneteenth with Great Value or nah?
Huh? Hey, they went on the walk. We'll walk the dog. That's what came here.
Darius is on his way, it seems like.
Yeah, sorry, y'all. My bad. Cool, my
bad. Like you going to get it. Darius going to get it. Like, I'm going to go get it. I got to pick up that Juneteenth.
I got to walk the dog. I'm about to go pick this shit up. All right. So, yeah.
You know what? That's kind of disrespectful to Black people. Not in the way you think. It's in a way that the Juneteenth ice cream flavor only come in a 16-ounce 1 pint. You know how mad I always get that the best flavors, like Haagen-Dazs, I'm like, why can't they make a big-ass 2-pint or gallon size? We always got to buy a goddamn pint. You ain't never seen a black person walk out of the store happy while wearing a pint.
Well, look, Walmart's being responsible. They're not gonna sell half gallon of ice cream knowing your sugar's high. Give you that 16 ounces.
Walmart's being responsible over the medical and the health interests of their clientele.
Yeah, you know what? They also have their Juneteenth paper plates and plastic cups out as well. If you guys want to go cop that.
You mean the red Solo cups?
No, they're not red. They are they basically Jamaican at this point.
Oh man, Walmart pulled it already, dude. Walmart pulled it already, Jared.
What, they
Walmart
sold out?
Ice cream after backlash.
Oh man,
here's the crazy thing. I looked at the picture. The ice cream was red. They should have pulled it because it's gonna give everyone diabetes. Why would you make red velvet and cheesecake?
I saw a lot of people who were like, you know, if it had been butter pecan flavor, it would have been more in line with, you know, saying
They wanted to show the blood of spilled black people all within the ice cream.
I told my friend, she had posted it. I'm like, why aren't the flavors peach cobbler, sweet potato pie, or bean pie?
Why aren't the flavors fried chicken and watermelon? They might have just made a fried chicken and watermelon ice cream.
Chicken and waffles. You can have bits of waffle, pieces of waffle, sweet waffle, cinnamon waffles.
First of all.
It's like a salted caramel fried chicken in a waffle cone. That would be great. Let's go with it. Let's run it, guys. Let's run that. Well,
don't forget, they also had a pride ice cream too.
They had a pride ice cream, and you know, I feel as though
flavor of the pride ice cream.
Let's look that up. Yeah, look that up.
It was Rocky Road.
It was Moose Tracks, Adarius. It was Moose Tracks.
And banana not split.
Damn.
You
guys are awful.
It's taco flavor.
I was gonna say an exclusive favorite fur burger.
It was a BBC big black chocolate. That's all it was. What was the flavor of their pride ice cream, Aaron?
I'm trying to find it, dude. I'm trying to find the flavor.
Could have had fried chicken crumbs, just the crust seasoned well.
Come on, man.
I can see that working.
See, that's why I need to work for marketing teams like that. What they should do now, because there's so much backlash, right? It ain't gonna work. It's over. Niggas already stomped on it. They're gonna get rid of it. They should wash out all of the containers, every single one. Keep the container dry out. Let white people buy the container and donate and put it in a container and send it back to Walmart. It could be a check. It could be a couple cents. It could be a couple dollars worth of pennies. I don't know. But let white kids give back reparations. Cut a little hole at the top, make a little nigga penny jar, and send it to Walmart once you fill it up. And that money goes back to HBCUs, black people, or something else. Walmart, if you're listening, I want half for the idea.
Are you ready to hear the pride ice cream flavors?
It's
crazy. It was white chocolate flavor ice cream with brownies and cherries.
It's bloody dookie booty hole.
Whoa, Jared. Actually, to be honest, that flavor would have been better for Juneteenth.
See, it's called dingleberries, Jared.
Jesus.
And this is wild.
Man, what happened to the sports?
I thought this was high score. This is high fuck you in the butt.
Shout out sponsorship. Great value. Pedro often hunts at great value locations for beautiful, buxom, white women. So
shout out to the LGBTQ. I just want to say that we are all allies.
Yeah, it is almost Pride Month. It is almost Pride Month. Except for Pedro, because Pedro will be like, that's not regular.
Yeah, that's not regular sex to Pedro. But everybody else, we are allies.
Anyways,
I cannot confirm or deny that.
Hey, so are y'all trying to try this ice cream, or would you try this ice cream if you had the chance still, since they did pull it? Would you guys try this ice cream if you had the opportunity, though?
I don't like red velvet. I mean, does the ice cream come with the pack of Cools?
I don't know if they swiped it in here in Arizona. I need to go check.
No, they probably raised the price in Arizona once it got scrubbed everywhere else.
They probably put it behind a case where you got to call a clerk to unlock it. It's like that the ice cream case with a lock on it. Oh, that's the black ice cream. Let's get into some other news. Jesus, I'm really high right now. Slow down, Jared. Slow down, Tommy. In other news, Isaiah Lee, the man who attacked Dave Chappelle, was interviewed by the New York Post this week and revealed what triggered him. The man accused of attacking Dave Chappelle at the Netflix is a Joke recording said that he was triggered by the comedian's jokes about the LGBT community and homelessness. He said, end quote, "I identify as bisexual, and I wanted him to know what he said was triggering," Lee said Saturday at the Twin Towers Correctional Facility in LA, dressed in brown garb, blah, blah, blah. I'm not gonna read the rest of it, with the broken right arm. Yeah. Quote, "I wanted him to know that next time he should consider first running his material by people it could affect," end quote. What do you guys think about that?
I would just like to say, I love how it was 3 paragraphs. It was just too much for you to just get out. You're like, and here's what he said.
Yeah, nigga, whatever. He was like, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, period. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's worth repeating what this fool said, Jared.
Jared, you're a great moderator, my nigga. That nigga couldn't finish the sentence and talking about it was a whole paragraph, Brandon. It was just 7 more letters.
It was a sentence saying what he was dressed in jail. I was like, we don't need to have that. That's like it's real journalism. I could describe what he looked like while I talked to him in his jail garb.
He had 2 different stories. At first, when he attacked Dave Chappelle and Dave Chappelle then was talking to him, he was blaming it on his grandma being gentrified.
Yeah, that was the first story that came out about it. I remember that.
Now he's talking about LGBTQ. That actually sounds more on point and more on brand for somebody who would attack Dave Chappelle. I think at the time when they asked him, he couldn't really think straight because he had just got stumped out by Busta Rhymes and Elon Musk. So I think he was really, his brain was all sorts of Cthulhu. But I'm glad the nigga back. I think this sets a dangerous precedent because it's not going to just bleed into just like comedy. I know Raiders fans who would kill people for the outcome of the game. There's gonna be Raiders fans choking other players out after touchdowns. Just running.
They'll choke out other Raiders fans.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's gonna bleed into other parts of our life, and I'm just curious to see how wild this is gonna go because I think it's gonna start getting topsy turvy.
I just feel like it's crazy that Will Smith's gonna be the person that'd be like, remembered for all whatever the fuck shit. That's so wild to me.
It's gonna be the Will Smith law. I'm telling you, people who ain't allowed to run on stage will be called Will Smith, and it's gonna be a law based on that nigga.
Well, this past weekend, Dave Chappelle was on stage. He made a surprise appearance for John Mulaney. And a bunch of people were upset that he was allowed to perform there because he said it was very triggering for him.
He made a joke about the identity of the weapon.
Yeah. He was like, I was attacked with a gun that identified as a knife. Some shit like that.
And yeah, people were not happy about that.
But why does it have to be a sexual thing? When I heard that, that's commentary on people who identify as Black when they really white. You know, I hear that as something different. So that's crazy that the LGBTQ community could just own that as an argumentative backlash. That shit is interpreted for comedy. That's why I don't like where we're going with this shit. Because like I heard that joke too, and I was like, damn, Rachel Dolezal tonight. I didn't say anything about like transsexual knives.
Yeah, watch out for them transsexual knives.
He said he was also triggered by Dave Chappelle's jokes about homelessness. Lee also said, quote, "I am also a single dad and my son is 5. End quote.
How's he a single
dad? Talking about Jared, why didn't you just read the whole paragraph at the beginning? That was part of the paragraph for sure.
No, like, nigga. He at one point was also homeless himself. Quote, he says, "It's a struggle and I wanted Dave Chappelle to know it's not a joke." End quote. He said his breaking point came when another comedian in the show's lineup made a crude joke about pedophilia, which Lee said dredged up memories of his own molestation as a teen.
He shouldn't have been at a comedy show. That makes you be a therapist. He should have been with a therapist.
Let alone the first row.
Is he on top of a police car in this picture?
I mean, why are you at a comedy show?
It's like He could have
saved that money and bought a Ouija board, nigga. You could have been doing way better soul searching.
He been through a lot of shit, and so I don't want to like laugh at the fact that he been through a lot of shit, but at the same time, it's like, bro, yeah, you can't go to any comedy show.
Yeah, you gotta laugh at him, man, because
yeah, he been triggered by everything.
Once you acting a fool, you get laughed at.
He's a rapper. He goes by the name of No Name _Trapper. No Name Trapper. He admitted to carrying the retractable knife, but said it was not out when he tried to tackle Dave Chappelle, so he never intended to use it on him. And he said he always carries a weapon for protection because he is also a minor celebrity, he quotes.
You can't even get a cell phone in the Dave Chappelle show, but you could get a knife gun? What the fuck is that crazy?
Isn't that crazy? You can't.
Their security is a motherfucker.
You get a knife gun through, but guess what, man? I got my cell phone taken away from me at a comedy show, but you can get a knife. I didn't realize I could come strapped up.
He said, quote, they spat on me and twisted me as if on purpose. He said of the security guards who left him with a broken arm and 2 black eyes. I was like, yeah, nigga, they did that on purpose.
They tried to beat you, man. Don't you
realize they were not gentle with me.
He said like they was hurting me like it was on purpose or something.
It's not like I tried to kill somebody or something.
Not like I tackled somebody in a live show.
I didn't
they purposely tried to hurt me.
I just feel sorry for his son.
Well, it sounds like he had a kid when he was only 17.
And it sounds like
maybe 18.
The kid ain't involved with his life, so I ain't feeling sorry for the son.
I'm gonna be real, man. It sounds like whatever foster home he's going to is gonna be better in the household.
Wait, we don't know. The mom might be better than
So the story about this young man is sad, though. I think the overall story about him is that it's sad. It's almost comedic in the fact the way he's at least being quoted here and how it relates to the entire situation. He was also in the process of trying to secure a place to live before he was nabbed in the Hollywood Bowl debacle. So, you know,
why the hell you spending money on a show? You trying to get a place to live?
I was just about to say that, nigga. What did you get?
Young people
Dave Chappelle
have
tickets is not cheap, nigga. I have a great job and I'm not affording them. What are you doing? I got a kid too, nigga. I can't afford those tickets on the black market. How the fuck you get them tickets? You ain't that homeless. Are you trapping? Or not.
Asked about reports that he suffers mental health issues, Lee said, end quote, wrong and inaccurate. His lawyer, however, has stated that he is receiving mental health services. He was also, on top of this, charged with stabbing his roommate last year. The victim in the case identified Lee as the alleged attacker when Chappelle incident went viral, prosecutors say.
Sound like he was renting a room in a house.
He talked about his son. He said, but it went from me probably doing only 6 months in jail and having to do community service and living in transitional home to possibly 15 or more years in jail, he added, shaking his head. My son will be big by the time I get out. And it's like, yeah, you know, it's sad. You know, sounds like this.
Go ahead. I ain't got no empathy for him, Jared.
Yeah, what I was gonna say, I was like, when you do stuff like that, like that's what, like I would see if he was innocent. There's a lot of innocent people in jail, or people who did stuff that didn't involve attempted murder. That I would say, hey man, this is fucked up. You're gonna miss your son.
See,
try to kill someone.
This is Jared going back to his being soft on crime, man. Man, I feel for him. No, fuck that. I don't feel shit for him, dude.
Well, he said after the attack, Chappelle asked him backstage as to why he did it. He said, I quote, I told him my mother and grandmother who fought for civil rights to be able to speak would be upset at the things he said, Lee recalled.
Dude, they knocked that nigga back to civil rights, dude.
I'm like, dude, his parents ain't old enough to be. He ain't old enough, dude. What the hell?
Chappelle apparently retorted to him, quote, now your story will die with you, son, end quote. Chappelle was not reached for comment on whether or not he actually said that or his camp, but
I ain't listening to shit this dude said.
But Lee also, so and at the end, Lee said, quote, but he's wrong. I'm sitting here and talking to you about it, end quote. Anyways, Isaiah Lee, man, we wish the best for you. You know what I'm saying? You've had a tough life and hopefully, you know what I'm saying?
Jared's speaking for himself.
Yeah, he ain't speaking for me. Exactly.
Y'all some cold niggas.
I don't give a fuck about this food, Jared.
I only got so many prayers to give out, man, and he ain't getting one.
Exactly. Thank you, Brandon. Thank you. I don't know, Jared over here. Man.
All right.
Jared soft on crime, man. Jared, the reason why those are having to pay more money to cover with a catalytic converter. Jared over here soft on crime. Him and all his buddies.
Question of the day: should comedians run their material by people it might affect before they use it?
Oh my God! What's the point of being a committee?
Yeah, what the fuck are you gonna do? Why are you doing that?
What do you think they're doing? Right then, you have a choice to laugh or not laugh. They're running it by you actively.
Do you know what this means? Do you know what this means? You got to go out and find a white cop just so you can do a white cop killer joke. I mean, this is just crazy. Like, where are we in America?
Well, I just, I thought, he said that and it resonated with me. Should we ask our comedians to run it by people before they run it by people? In sports news, Josh Donaldson was suspended one game for insensitive comments aimed at Tim Anderson of the White Sox.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to actually give Jared credit on this one for calling it an insensitive comment and not a racist comment.
What are you talking about?
Because you said Josh Donaldson said insensitive and you didn't call it racist, and I'm gonna have to give you credit for that one. I thought for sure you was gonna think this was a racist comment.
Well, Josh Donaldson was suspended for making a racist comment to Tim Anderson.
Come on, man. Now you're gonna change it. Come on.
Official announcement by the MLB says New York Yankees third baseman Josh Donaldson has received a one-game suspension and an undisclosed fine for his inappropriate comments during Saturday's game against the Chicago White Sox. Michael Harper, Major League Baseball Senior Vice President on-field operations, made the announcement. Hill said, MLB has completed the process of speaking to the individuals involved in the incident. There is no dispute over what was said on the field. Regardless of Mr. Donaldson's intent, the comment he directed toward Mr. Anderson was disrespectful and in poor judgment, particularly when viewed in the context of their prior interactions. In addition, Mr. Donaldson's remarks was a contributing factor in a bench clearing incident between the teams and warrants discipline. The suspension of Donaldson has been scheduled to be effective tonight when the Yankees are to host the Baltimore Orioles. However, Donaldson has elected to appeal. Thus, the discipline will be held in abeyance until the process is complete. So on Saturday,
he didn't say it as a racist comment, man.
On Saturday, here's the context of what happened. On Saturday, Josh Donaldson got into it with Yasmani Grandal, the Chicago White Sox first baseman and catcher. As they were arguing and bickering, Tim Anderson, being on the field, was walking towards, and Josh Donaldson said something to the effect of, "This ain't your business, Jackie, nigga."
He did
like
not
that.
say, "Come on, man. Come on."
I believe that's a misquote.
That's a very misquote. You put way too much. And you said Josh Donaldson got in Yasmani Grandal. Obviously, you didn't watch it, Jared. No, Yasmani Grandal got into it with Donaldson.
Whatever, they were
Donaldson
bickering.
just walked to the plate. They weren't bickering. Yasmani Grandal went up and hopped in his face and started just bitching. He was just doing it. He was going to the plate. And Yasmani Grandal, who was supposed to get in his stance as a catcher, never got in it and cut him off and started up with him. It had nothing to do. You're doing exactly what you talk about other newscasters and people doing and journalists doing. You're painting a picture and not giving this right story, man.
All right. Well, at some point, Donaldson, after being accosted by Yasmani Grandal, redirected his anger towards Tim Anderson, one of the few black players on the field, and said, "Listen here, nigga, Jackie, this ain't your business."
Anger, come on, man. You don't even know if he was angry, dude. You don't even know. I mean,
every time
I see the clip, I don't even see it. Wasn't even like a fighter going on. It was a scrum, but it wasn't no fight or anything. A little light pushing.
Well, regardless of which, he referred to Tim Anderson, the one black player on the field,
substantial details of the story. Like,
called him Jackie.
Exactly.
Referred to him, called him Jackie. That is not his name. His name is Tim, last name Anderson, and he called him Jackie, referring to Jackie Robinson. After the game, Donaldson claimed it wasn't a race. There was no racist or malicious intention. He claiming that Tim Anderson had called himself the new Jackie Robinson in 2019.
Which he did.
Donaldson has jokingly referred to him or called him Jackie on the field when he sees him. So, regardless of which, the whole part where he's like, "Listen here, nigga, Jackie, leave me alone." That's the part where he took it over the line, I think.
All he did was call him Jackie.
You took it up.
Yeah, that's where you took it too far. Yeah, he called him. No. This is worse. This is like you. This is the opposite. See, Jared, you're taking the opposite thing of the Chappelle thing. The dude made a joke. in a reference to Tim Anderson referring to himself, which he did refer to himself as Jackie Robinson. He said, I'm the new age Jackie Robinson. I'm bringing excitement to this game and this and that. I'm new age Jackie. Hey, that's part of just banter, man. Hey, okay,
I'm getting
Jackie.
uncomfortable. I'm getting uncomfortable with the part that now white man can't make jokes.
Yeah, exactly. That wasn't even a racist thing.
Yeah, he's making a regular joke.
Now, I will say when he played at Yankee Stadium the next day and they were all calling him Jackie, that was some racist shit.
What's sad about this, Pedro, is Jackie Robinson endured real racism, right?
Right.
You have to fight the real racism. And this fool refers to himself as Jackie Robinson. And so a player calls him Jackie, all of a sudden that guy's racist. That ain't racist, man.
Nowhere near it.
That's a shame to what Jackie Robinson went through to claim that was racism.
He's making a joke, man. You're basically being angry at the person.
I'll tell you this: Josh Donaldson is kind of a douchebag. He is kind of an abrasive personality. So him and Tim Anderson don't get along. They don't get along. And so Liam Hendricks came out and said it's pure bullshit if he's saying that this is a joke that they've had between each other. Whether or not he did call himself Jackie Robinson, Tim Anderson does not have a relationship where he likes or wants Josh Donaldson to call him Jackie.
Can't control that, man. They're on opposite sides of the field.
I know. But but if it's a nickname, there's nicknames you can reserve for yourself, and that certain people have the privilege to use with you. I see there's a gray area.
No. He made the nickname for himself, Derek. He made the nickname for himself.
Yeah,
and he's ripping on his nickname.
All right, Pedro, Daddy Dick. How many women got that as your nickname though? You ain't gonna let just some rando call you Daddy Dick.
Why not?
If the woman husband want to call your Daddy Dick, then he allow it.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Why am I gonna be mad that somebody gonna call me that? Why?
Exactly. Cockholding has changed now, Jared. It used to cockhold somebody and they would hide and be halfway with the closet door halfway open. Now they don't want to open the door for you. You're sitting down having a beer, feeding you and talking sports. If they don't want the guy to call him Daddy Dick, they call him Daddy Dick. One guy call him Delicious.
They be all right.
Spread your cheeks and lift your sack.
All right, let's get to a new segment. AG3 has a new segment, and he is going to take us to church.
What did you come here for? What did you come down here for? Tell me. To get delivered more.
Well,
y'all praise God with him. I don't like men no more. Women.
are you ready for me? Yeah.
I'm not gay.
Before I start,
he's delivering you now.
Just wanna get a few things off my chest. Well,
I'm not gay no more. I am delivered. And I ain't playing, nigga.
All right, AG3 taking us to church.
This is the segment that I've been waiting for. Can I get an amen? Can I get a witness? Wow. This is what I've been waiting for, Jared, so I can take people to church. This is a sports segment. He gave me a sports segment, Brandon. So I'm going to come up here and I'm going to speak to the people now. Speak to the people who've been sitting over there. All this hating I've been hearing for a while. People telling me who's good and who not, who top 10 and who not. How Kevin Durant was top 5 player. How Draymond Green's the new Magic Johnson. How Steph Curry, before it's all said and done, going to be the best point guard to ever play. So I'm here to take people to church. Everyone's telling me this NBA is in a good place. The NBA is better than it's ever been before. These players are faster. These players are this. These players are that. These players work hard. Look at the body types of these players now. As I'm sitting here watching players play 65 games every year, having superstars play 65 games, and you telling me these players are better and this and that. So I'm here to take you to church about the way the game used to be and compared to now. I'm not going to go into it big time, Jared, but in the future, I am doing my top 50 NBA players all time list. And we'll go over that another time. But this one, I just wanted to voice my opinion about this playoffs that I had Jared himself tell me it's going to be exciting playoffs. He never said that about the NFL, but he said that about basketball because in NFL, he's worried about the Cowboys. He's worried about the Cowboys. But in basketball, Jared going to sit here and say, this is going to be a tight playoff, especially because the Warriors are good. He knew that a lot of these teams were very fugazi. He knew we had nothing but fugazi going off in here, right? I told Jared, I look back in the last years, I think this Dallas Maverick is the worst Western Conference finalist in the last 10 years. I even equal them being worse than the San Antonio team without Kawhi. When Kawhi got hurt because Jaja Chuya didn't break the code that year when he slid under Kawhi Leonard on purpose. When he didn't break the code, didn't jump, didn't do nothing, just slid under him and wait for him to come down on his foot. But he didn't break the code that year. Please don't say break the code around me. You're liable to get me started, and then I'm really going to go to church. But that's when I go to hood church. That's when I start acting like the one on YouTube. For everyone that's saying this playoffs has been better than any other playoffs, this, the storylines are great. Just take a look at this Western Conference Final. Do you realize the closest game we had so far was an 8-point victory? We haven't had a single close game. In the Boston-Miami series, every game has been a blowout. In the Warriors series, that was the one that had the 1 8-point game. The score was closer than the game felt. So just when everyone telling me these playoffs and the NBA is in a good place right now, they're in a good place for making money. They ain't a good place for playing basketball. Go look at some old footage. You can go look at the 90s. Even when the score was only in the 80s, you'll see some good basketball being played. And the reason we came up with this segment, because I was tired of people not giving me what I give them. People want to talk to me about basketball. Look, when you talk to me about basketball, I can talk to you without coming from a fanboy's perspective. I could talk to you without coming from a Laker fan perspective. I won't talk to you like I'm Clipper Durrell.
He had sex with my mama.
Exactly. I ain't talking to you like none of them. I'll give you exactly what you want, some real NBA talk. But I needed this segment so I could take people to church and teach them a lesson and give them a sermon and let them understand where I'm coming from and how when these words hit you, and you're going to really feel like, oh, this man know what he's talking about. Whenever a team lose, coach don't know how to make adjustments. No, how about he just had worse players? How about DeAndre Ayton didn't show up? I'm tired of people telling me Monty Williams can't make adjustments. Monty Williams can coach. His team didn't show up for game 7. They barely showed up for game 6. Everyone's always telling me things coming from a fan perspective. Every time that happen, I'm going to have to go to church. That's all I'm saying. Can I get it? Can I get a witness? Can I get a witness? Wow.
Have your way, Holy Ghost. Give power to live holy.
Well, thank you, Aaron. Thank you for that. I'm glad you got that off your chest. But this has been a compelling series. The Warriors against the Mavericks has been great. The Mavericks.
I'm going to have to go to church.
Compelling?
The
Come
Mavericks
on,
have been
Jared. It ain't been. See, that's what I'm talking about,
exposed.
Brandon. He fanboying on us right now. This shit ain't been compelling at all.
I'm the most excited I've been about a Warriors series in several years.
Only because they winning. Because the last 2 years they didn't make the playoffs.
I've already explained it. No, because they didn't make the playoffs. And the years with KD were like, I was like blasé.
See, here's the thing you gotta remember. I ain't gonna lie to you because I've been delivered.
You was looking for a nigga? Nigga here now.
Oh, come on, that was perfect timing for Darius coming in. That was perfect timing.
I will say, I think the playoffs have been good. I feel like NBA teams have been too eager to just let the game get out of hand. They've been too eager to be like, oh,
almost every game gotten out of hand.
We'll get the next one. But the 8-point differential, that comes down to like free throws at the end or somebody making a shot like that.
Yeah.
The point differential like is crazy.
It was worse than 8 points, Brandon. That was the Dallas Warriors. It was worse than 8 points.
If Dallas had fouled them to try and extend the game, they would have lost by 15.
Right.
But that game wasn't close.
They were just like, we're down 9, we're down 7. Let's not even try and foul.
I don't know if it's the coaching or the players not showing up ready to play, because this game we just watched tonight, like they were up 26-11 within the first 5 or 6 minutes of the game. That's just you didn't show up ready to play.
Like they're playing kind of a Jekyll and Hyde thing going on. Boston's Jekyll and hiding itself. Same thing with Miami. They're both like showing up certain nights and then not showing up, and it's kind of vexing. With the Warriors, it's like the Warriors, old veterans with young new talent that's proving themselves as we go through these playoffs and trying to prove themselves to be championship caliber or worthy. Going up against right now is Luka and the 4 heartbeats. It's literally Luka and 4 other people that have a heartbeat on the court. It's like Jalen Brunson, maybe he got a little he's got a little more to him, and Dinwiddie's been cool, but
the problem is they ain't got nobody else that do anything else. They can't rebound, they can't block shots.
Yeah, it was sad because I watched the Warriors and I was like, I worry that if the Warriors don't kind of get these 3 guys can create shots for themselves and could get on the roll. If they're all firing on all cylinders, maybe, they sneak some games against the Warriors. But then also it just comes down to if that team can shoot. If they shoot and hit their threes, then they'll be able to pace with the Warriors. If they're, doing like they have done the last couple games where they're hitting their threes the first half and they go cold the second half, then it's like there's really no chance for them to win. But yeah, Memphis was like a great preparation for what the Warriors going up against Dallas, because it was a team that was younger, more physical, more athletic in many regards, and bigger. And so they had to play a really physical brand of basketball and let their skill and still be able to be physical and win that series. And then they get to Dallas, and Dallas is none of those things. It's like they're not explosive, they're not physical, they're not athletic.
And be real, Jared, this shit has not been
not
compelling.
as talented.
You've been wanting to watch these games, but they ain't been compelling.
Okay, you know what? It's been compelling to me because I'm looking at my own storylines. But I understand the Warriors have been looking really good. They still need to finish out the series, and they still need to get through this as healthy as possible to go up and take on whatever Dr. Jekyll or whoever Mr. Hyde that they're going to face out of the East. Because both of them pose different problems for the Warriors regardless. And so I find it, it's going to be a really interesting. I would still favor the Warriors, but it'll be really interesting to see what happens the rest of these playoffs. Because how much are Miami and Boston beating themselves up to potentially face the Warriors in the finals?
They're not even beating themselves up, Jared, because the score has been like one-sided.
People keep missing games, so
they just getting hurt. They're
yeah.
just getting hurt. This ain't because it's like some really tough 3-point game every game. No,
according to PJ Tucker, man, he bobsledded the whole court.
That's the problem. It's just fools getting hurt. They're just getting hurt. They're getting hurt on random missed plays, and it's just.
That's why they only play 65 games a season now, Aaron, because they're gonna get hurt.
Because they all soft. Can I get a witness? They all soft.
Man.
Wow.
One is for the team,
Wow.
2 is for Jesus.
All right, well, let's get to Cutty Corner shout-outs. Cutty Corner shout-outs. Cutty Corner shout-outs is the same way on the show on where everyone gets a chance to rant, complain, or talk about something that's pissing them off. Cutty Corner shout-outs.
It's time.
We're burning now.
God, if you let it in, hell!
So cold and bleeding now, now.
I'm in for this, man.
Gonna let you down.
He had sex with my mama.
We're broken people now.
Doctor said I need a
Aaron, do you have a Cutty Corner shout-out?
Yeah, my Cutty Corner shout-out goes out to all these young people and these Generation Zs and everyone else who keeps changing their goddamn names and shit like that, right? And just like, oh man, well, I just feel like this name suits me, this, that, blah, 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 whatever. I like to take a quote from one of the greatest shows ever, Obama's favorite show, The Wire. Full of so many great quotes. There's one quote from a character. Wasn't my favorite character, but I love The Wire. He was good though, but he wasn't my favorite character. Marlo Stanfield. And his quote was, "My name is my name. My name is my name." For all these people out here, these young people who out here lying, and all these sports people lying, doing all these things and trying to change who they are when they hit the Instagram and when they doing that and doing this. Your name is your name. You are who you are. Marlo Stanfield, it was crazy because the police never arrested him. Their whole thing was they basically took his name away from him, right? Marlo Stanfield meant nothing in the streets no more. He went and told people and it meant nothing. He couldn't believe it. He got to keep his money that he made for the drug business. He got to not go to jail. He wasn't be tried for these crimes, but his name couldn't be nothing in the street. So for all these people out here, I'm not saying make your name out there in the street or anything. I'm saying just remember that my name is my name. So before you go out there and start like trying to change who you are, trying to reinvent yourself, just remember, be true to yourself, be who you are, and be honest and be happy with yourself. That's my Cutty Corner shout out. It's kind of a positive vibe one I'm trying to get out.
Hey, you went old school and new school with that one there, man.
Man, no.
You went old school, man. I'm tired of all these kids. Y'all should love yourself.
Love yourself, man. I'm tired. You know what? I'm tired of reading in the paper. Right now, there's been four people who committed suicide in college sports in the last 2 months. One of them was one of the catcher for this small school. I forgot the name of it, saying something, but she led them to all the way to like the Sweet 16, the College World Series last year. She balled. This year, she was having an unbelievable season. She killed herself on a Monday. The Sunday before, she went 4 for 5 in the game, having an unbelievable year. She's probably up for All-American honors. She went 4 for 5. Her last hit was a home run. They destroyed the team, And then on Monday, she killed her. Her teammates find her dead. She killed herself in the morning. It's just like, I want people to love themselves, be happy with who they are. Look, let me tell you guys, the young people, something. Life is life. It's going to be ups. It's going to be downs. It's going to be some shitty points. There's always some shitty points in life, right? But it's life. And we get one of them to live. We only get one to live. Find the joys in it. Find the joys in it. If something got you so stressed out, and even if it was something you used to love, leave it. Leave it. Sometimes it's not happy loving something that don't love you back. It's like dating a German chick, right? It happens.
Or Jarrett.
Yeah, it's like dating Jarrett. You love something and they only didn't admit that it's that he's your girlfriend for 6 months and 8 months.
And I ain't playing, nigga.
I'm tired of young people. We had a kid at the high school jump off the construction building, killing himself, called his dad, had a note pinned to his chest. And when I hear from, my former students who come back and work with me or come back to visit, that the kid had a lot going for him and everybody was shocked. And it's like, dude, you got one life to live. Let me go fuck up like a kid fuck up. I stole my mom's car once. Pedro, I don't think you know this. My mom took away my license. I stole the car once.
Does your mom know about this? Because I'm not trying to get this whooping right now.
It was when I first got my permit. You're not trying to get approved. I want to hear about your mom coming up there. Nah, I was when I first got my permit and I drove the car. My mom told me to move the car from like the driveway, or she told me move it in front of the house to save a spot in front of the house, right? And I took it down the street, picked up my sister, and drove off. Right? I was everywhere in that car. Came back home.
To house.
Man, come on, man. I came back home. Mom said, give me your permit. You ain't driving no more. Don't you ever take the car without permission, right? That's what the kids do. You're a kid. You fucked up. Kids, we fuck up. We get through it. I'm just, I'm not an empathetic person, but I'm struggling with why these kids keep killing themselves. And I want people to love themselves for who they are. Love themselves for your mistake. Love yourselves for fucking up. Your name is your name. Keep it your name.
Yeah.
It sounds like Aaron going 4 for 5. Could y'all make sure to call that nigga in the morning?
Come on.
Pedro, do you have a Cutty Corner shout out?
First of all, I want to give a positive Cutty Corner shout out for the USFL for just allowing any type of body type be a cheerleader. That is an advancement. That is looking forward towards the future. Just having a regular, beautiful BBW doing handstands and flips. I have never seen that ever in my life.
A buxom woman with big breasts?
Big chick Robert.
That's a big bitch, Robert. Big Gregory.
Second Cutty Corner shout out. I was going to talk about mental health, but Aaron already capped on it. He already talked about it because, I was getting tired of these kids using these crutches, using the mental health crutch, actually using that as an excuse to get away with things that either harm people or just simple crime.
This high school cheerleading competition got you tongue-tied right now.
Yeah, it got me. No. The USFL, this ain't no idea. Believe me, this ain't no idea.
You watching Disney World stuff right now. ESPN.
No.
Pedro ain't watching no high school BBWs because they ain't been alive enough to get big enough how he like it.
No, exactly. No,
they gotta have at least 8 more years of eating to get to Pedro. Well,
the USFL, I thought the USFL was out there just hiring women out of the local McDonald's. What is going on out here? Look at the cheerleader. Look at the bottom right one. Wow.
Jared, make that bigger.
You don't need to blow that up.
Yeah, you don't. Come on. I like this. This is normal. This is regular. I love regular. And that is regular people doing regular things, getting involved in. It's like they got cheerleaders from the Planet Fitness.
This is like the staff of an Idaho Chick-fil-A.
Come on, dude. These are cheerleaders from Planet Fitness. Come on.
Something so beautiful.
30 seconds with Jason. 30 seconds with Jason. 30 seconds with Jason.
I don't care about the ass or anything like that, but the nipples, they got to be on point. If not, I ain't fucking with you.
Brandon, do you have a Cutty Corner shout out?
So I was looking for my Cutty Corner shout out because I heard it this week. But I didn't realize how prevalent this was. So apparently this week, I forget where he was. That's what I was looking it up. A police officer was let go this week. Sad, I know, lost a police officer. After it was found out when he responded to a domestic dispute, he ended up having sex with the person who called the police. So imagine this police officer shows up because there's a domestic dispute. He arrests the boyfriend, and that same evening ends up having consensual sex with the plaintiff in the case.
That nigga
Was it regular?
He did his job, man. The job title is to protect Brandon and then to serve. He did both. Are you can't fault a nigga for protecting and serving?
The letter of the law. Now, when I was looking for the story I want to talk about, apparently there was a police officer who got caught masturbating in their car.
No, that wasn't San Jose.
Apparently, there was another police officer who got caught on TikTok. Somebody was just driving by and saw him and a lady of the daytime. It was apparently the middle of the day. Having sex on the side of the road, went viral on TikTok. Apparently, another police officer got fired because he forgot to turn off his radio and basically while he was having sex on duty. I didn't realize all this was happening in the world. You would think all the police officers would be very relaxed and not beat up Black people or shoot them. But I didn't realize all the sex that's going on. Apparently it doesn't really calm down police officers. It just makes them more aggressive.
My buddy did a ride along with a cop. He was supposed to be in an academy and everything. Hey man, this been going on.
Yeah. They got what's called beat wives. I remember someone told me who was in the cadet academy, and he said when he used to do his ride-alongs, he said they had their beat wives. He said sometimes they would see a fine girl, and like she went to a car that was at a store or something, they would follow, get the license plate, enter in the computer, and then just show up at her house and say, "Oh, we got a call about something in there," and just go from there. Just scammers.
That's the problem with the jobs, that you don't necessarily have to be in a particular place at a particular time.
Hey man, shop owner daughters, put it that way. Yeah, the shop owner daughters was like, hey man, shoot, your daughter cute. She gonna have to take some of these Black cops, so she gonna have to take some of this BBC. Y'all want protection around here.
Well,
I'm not joking.
One, now it makes sense on how they got the idea of the word busted. That makes a lot of sense now. And then two, somebody very close to me, I ain't gonna say their name, somebody very close to me was definitely having sex with a cop while he was on duty in my house. Her first name is Ma, her last name is Ma.
No offense, but if I sent a picture of your mom to some of my buddies at school, she'd definitely be boner of the month.
Okay, that was next level. But yeah, my mom was definitely fucking a married cop.
Oh, come on.
Take it down the land of the law. She didn't care.
You brought the new chucks.
I hope they take his pension away. Greg McKinney, Berkeley police officer. I forgot his goddamn badge number, but take his pension away. He was fucking on duty.
He had sex with my mama.
Oh shit!
Right when I came home to go get my lunch.
Adarius, do you have a Cutty Corner shout out?
Man, I don't know if y'all talked about this nigga, but my Cutty Corner shout out goes to the UFA. It's a new fighting league. The UFA is a new fighting league. I saw their first premier fight this week. It was a tall, skinny gentleman versus a round, rotund white man. And the round, rotund white man came out with the first slap. Bang! Hit the skinny Black man, but he was just chilling. The UFA, as in United fucking Airlines, and it went down. And my Cutty Corner shout out goes to really the white guy who thought it was okay as an employee to slap another dude. Listen, you lost your job. If you would have let him slap you, you could have went to work. You could have pulled off the beef jerky moves, nigga. You could have went up, down, left, right, combo. But nah, you decided to do a weak ass Russian slap. One of those, I'm gonna tell you about your life, boy. And that nigga came back, gave you that 4-piece, and you was out over the baggage claim counter. That's what your white ass get. Hope you lost your job. Hope you never get to come back. But the UFA is popping. I want to see more fights in the UFA. That shit was live and direct.
My Cutty Corner shout out goes out to Biggie's 50th birthday and the Metro cards that came out. That was cute. Negative side of it, though, was that they did a metaverse thing. And they also had a song, a Biggie song that they released for his 50th birthday. And positive thing was that people, repping Biggie, New York, shout out sponsorship back in New York, right? But them trying to capitalize in the state, trying to capitalize on some other things weren't as good. And personally, my personal taste. My other Cutty Corner shout out goes out to Stephen Curry. Steph Curry, you're doing great, man. If you can lead this team and be the alpha and carry this team to a title, be the pace setter, be the steadier of the boat, be the person that drives the engine and everyone feeds off you, and you can win this title, you can solidify yourself among the greats, easily held in the top 10 players of all time if you can do that. But you're going to get yourself canceled if you continue to wear whiteface on commercials. You don't need to coon out for these people. Some people say being a mime, but that's in whiteface. Why are you in whiteface doing coon dances on TV? It had nothing to do with the goddamn motherfucking commercial, by the way. It just happens at the end. All of a sudden, you in whiteface. Why? We don't know. Was it necessary? No. You were selling crypto, and all of a sudden, you end up in whiteface at the very end, bruh. That is them using you as a token, man. You just got pawned off to wear the blackface of the non-white person that they can have in a position to wear blackface. So instead, they put a black person in a position to wear whiteface so they can show ain't nothing sacred, man. You just got, man, stop cooning. Stop cooning. Don't ever wear whiteface again.
You the same nigga that loved that Jerry Rice chicken commercial.
That was my favorite, other than the dude who said, "Ooh, baby, I got Popeyes."
Am I the only one aroused right now?
Let me rush on real quick. I'm gonna get these Putin jokes off. Like, what the fuck is this nigga thinking?
No, that's not how you get Putin jokes off. You actually go to Russia and see if you come back. If you come back, no jokes.
No, I mean your jokes.
No jokes ain't good.
Yeah, if the jokes is bad, you make it back. If they're too good, you ain't coming back. Or you might have some tea on your plane flight home and wake up dead.
Let me go consult with all of the Phoenix Mercury to see if I can get this Brittany Griner joke off. Like, what is this nigga thinking?
Yeah, hey man, you just segue into. Are we going to talk about that? Because I think this is cold how the WNBA doing this.
Brittany Griner.
Brittany Griner.
Yeah, man. Let's stop talking about no name trapper.
You act like the WNBA. You act like the WNBA got money to get her out of anything, Pedro.
Well, I'm just saying you should donate 20 cents for her lawyer fees.
Yeah, they should donate that Juneteenth ice cream money.
Let me tell you this, Pedro. The WNBA just passed a rule that every team on any flight they have to fly commercial.
I know.
So that tell you they ain't got no fucking money.
Southwest.
They also got this new rule and policy in the WNBA that they just instituted that all of the rugs got to match the carpet.
Come on.
And the drape.
These fools flying on Spirit, and after Maya Moore got some dick off of death row, ain't no way they gonna pay money to let another WNBA player get somebody out of jail. They wasted. It was like Brandon. Brandon said he only got so many prayers. They wasted all theirs so Maya Moore could get some dick. Oh, I'm sorry for saying that. I didn't get it approved by Maya Moore or her ex-con Dick.
Do any of y'all know what a BBC is?
Yeah, you must see.